Hey, my beautiful little Gemini. How you guys doing? This is Cosmic Boogeyman. Hey, I'm gonna do a little timeline read for you, but I'm gonna go a little differently today. So I'm gonna fire these cards off. So I'll do a seven card by three. So we'll do 21 base card read here, and then I'll do a center line with a conduit. I'll explain it as I go through here, but let me just drop the 21 cards here, and then what I'll do is I'll go back and tell you what they are. But I'll be talking to you as I drop. And what I like to do is I like to keep my mind off my cards as I read. So you see that jumper right there? What up? So this card here for you, Gemini, what do we got? We got the not looking, not exploring card. So that could be you, that could be them, the person that's on your mind. I would say this could be that actual person. You could be their person. So thinking about you, you are the person. So they're really not exploring as much as they say they are. There could be a happiness, or they're holding fast, exploring whatever that could mean. They could be looking for you, or actually looking for other people like you, if that is a situation. The other thing is there is new opportunities facing this person, or facing you, and you just don't see them because because you're just sitting there holding your own. I definitely see that you're alone, you're by yourself, Gemini. You're not unhappy. That's not the case. Let's call it what it is. So Gemini, you are definitely a happy person. Let's call it is. I say that looking out to other people, and when you compare yourself, you okay, let's say what that you are unhappy, but you know you have a past life. Other you have other life lessons going on, and that makes you happy because when you see other people, you're connected to whatever that is, and you're trying to figure out why you're here. So Gemini, what else we got? Oh, look at this, double cards. So when you're talking about one, two, three, four, five, six, and wow, we got, all right. So you're gonna get a bonus card here. So when you look at it, you are a Gemini. So the reason I'm just amazed, I'm just like applauding you here, is you have already met your twin flame, and you have that twin flame already in action. So what's been going on here is you're looking to match with someone so amazing, and sometimes that person might already be right there facing you, is what I'm getting. I'm gonna keep pulling here, but someone is also helping push this connection. There's justice behind the corner here, and I'm trying to figure out why we're already getting this amazing card here, Gemini. You guys are so amazing, really. This could be a work situation as well. That could be. There's justice here. You're very well protected. That's also amazing. Um, King of the Hill, happiness, like whatever it is that you are, there is no better version than you, Gemini. Like you can't beat you. What you bring to the table, you're genuine, you have. There is no better version than you. There's a juggling situation going on for this new opportunity that you're being offered. You just have to consider it for what it is. There is, but whatever you are, you would outshine the other person. There's definitely two versions of you being offered. I can't understand why that would be, but you are a younger version of something else, if that makes sense. You have the intelligence, you have the power, but there's two versions of whatever you are, and you're the past life version of something else, if that makes sense. And I think whoever this person is trying to kind of replicate you. So there's a little breadcrumbing action that happens, or someone's talking to one of the two of you, or you feel as though someone's talking to one of the two of you because of this connection that you're currently going through. If you look deeper into the situation, you would actually see what's going on and the love that's actually happened. Um, Between the two of you, you have control. So when I'm looking through this situation, the universe is presenting you or presenting this other person with kind of like protection. And this could be you or them, but I have a feeling this is you. You're getting kind of protected by this other person. And it's almost in a passionate way, but it's going to pass you by if you don't take action. But like I said, this could be a work situation, so you might want to be careful. You don't want to just jump into it. You're not exactly on the same page, so this could be an age difference, and I'd be really curious to see here when we keep pulling. But I get the Hermit card twice, so that in a way is getting confirmation that it isn't actually they're stable. If this person's older than you, it could be an older King of Pentacles. This tells me they're an Earth sign, or they could have Earth in their chart. But I'm getting a confirmation that this person is probably going to be an Earth sign, and they have something to go on, and that's where the balancing is coming in. So maybe they're already connected to somebody, and you're feeling through this work situation that they're going to have to leave somebody or have to balance you with somebody, and that's not going to work for you. Or maybe they're already connected to somebody else, and that's making you scared because they have a home, they're really connected. Maybe they already have a family, and that's kind of your attraction to them, is how stable they really are. And that could be something that's really driving the connection for you, and you're getting more attracted to how stable they are. And the brand new start is right around the corner for you because you're looking at it, seeing how stable they really are, and you compare them to whatever you have out there or whoever you might have dated, and you're getting, I would say, almost kind of worried, like they're not even close to what this person is. So you're looking to almost move on or try to get away from the situation more, but you're seeing this as you're being left out in the cold sometimes. You are the match to this person in a divine way, and it scares you how attracted you are to the situation, because the more attracted you are to the situation, the scarier it is. So what I'm going to do now here, Gemini, is I'm going to pull more cards for you, but I feel like this divine connection is, it's at your cornerstone. So you have justice. Like you have to work with this person almost, and it's like, wow, I'm really connected to this person. It's a new opportunity. It's their new opportunity. They haven't come into alignment with whatever this is, but they're the one. They have control of this. It's definitely a work situation for me, but not as much for them. So I feel like they have more control of the situation. So I would say, if you asked me and I was reading this for somebody, I would say that you are probably a female watching this video, and there's a male that you work with that's probably an older male, and you're saying, wow, they're connected to somebody and they're already committed, and they have money, or they're stable in that respect, and you're trying to figure out how to deal with the situation, and it's making you more attracted to them. That is what I'm getting out of this. That's a deep person. They're deeper than you are, and you're trying to figure out how to get around to that. It's almost as though you leave them out in the cold, or they leave you out in the cold, but you turn your back to the situation because it was safer. They have no regrets to it, or they are regretful to the situation, but there's almost a brand new start. Um, but there's passion there. There is passion. You can see it. They're they are connected to you. This is the Aquarian card, just so you know. I was just asking. I asked and said, "Hey, who is this person connected to this passion?" And that's the Aquarian. So that's telling me off the Gemini, which is you, that this person is connected to you. And that's where the third party comes in. That's the justice. So they're the justice. They, like, where you can't find anybody, the universe is testing you, Gemini, and you're their empress, because they are an older male. The empress always shows up to me, just so you get an idea, as the younger female. They sometimes might be interested in the finer smoke products. But anyway, they are a feminine. They like to be outdoors. They like to kind of visit and hang out. They maybe even like to hike, maybe go for walks in the woods. But that's you. This is going to be you, and there's a competition person in there, but there's even probably a third person in there that hasn't even announced themselves yet, and they're probably past life. But there's an offer of love that you would have to make into this competition. It sounds bad, but you have the lead. You're the one. See, you are that Queen of Pentacles to this manifesting person that you're interested in. This person can manifest, but you are the king of the hill. You're the one that has to be replicated, which is super amazing, Gemini. Whatever energy you offer to the situation, see how there's a lot of yellow here? Just look at it in that color sense. If you can't see what I'm seeing, close your eyes for a second, count to three, and slowly open your eyes, Gemini, and just take a look and watch the sea of yellow. That's you. That's your energy. That cannot be faked. There are pockets of blue, so I'm going to say yes. There are probably moments, probably at the center of your read, you have this other person who takes your place. Somehow they've taken your place, and here they are again. So they're at ground zero for you. They're at the explore area. They're at the work area. So they impede your work. Somehow you talk about them at work. There's the love. So there's love here. There is love. You actually must be in love with them, or you're in love with this person, but you just haven't announced it. There's a deepness. They feel your love, but they haven't announced it. But you can see there's love at work. Either people at work make fun of it or notice it, and people talk about it. There's the happiness. There's a message they want to give to you, but they haven't. Probably that you're the one. Like it's so crazy. They know it. Like you're the completion to their happiness. You can see two people here. There's a juggling, and you have trumped this other person somehow, and they can't explain it, but they want to end this new start with this other person, but they can't explain it. So that's what's happening here, Gemini, is you have trumped this new start. This is the Aquarian. So what I feel for this person is there's a knight here of swords that's racing in. Though this person's energy for you at work must always be in your energy. It's just like it must be torture, but in a great way. They must make you feel amazing. You must be always laughing, feeling just perfect and just glowing. And I feel like when you think about them, they make you think deeper and deeper. And there's a little bit of breadcrumbing that happens. You do not want to see this end for you. This is how I see it for you. You don't want to see this end, but there's an ending of a brand new start, whatever that means. But I have a feeling it could tie into them. But you two breadcrumb each other, which is so crazy. I have a feeling if I keep pulling, this other person for you, this Aquarian, will come out to be an emperor. I'm going to keep shuffling here for a moment because I'm super curious. There's a weakness that happens. They make you weak because they don't keep you out in the cold. They don't worry about, they don't have no reason to keep you worried. And there's a weakness of passion here. Like they almost make you like feel attracted like to them. And I feel like this is also my attraction card, if you call it, like with the deepness, whatever the deepness is, it goes along with this attraction. And there's the Aquarian and the attraction, which is your card, and lines back up. So I think that's the stuff you don't talk about is how attracted you are to them. It's almost like, oh, whatever they talk about to you makes you super attracted. There's the life lesson. But the life lesson is the ending of something. It's almost like this feels like a life lesson. I pulled two cards, but there's an indecision between you and this other person, and that's the burden you cannot carry. You cannot make that decision. And why is it happy? I think you being in their life is just happy. They must enjoy having your connection, but they are either moving on or want to move on from this other person or move on from the work situation because of the love that you guys have, because it scares them. It must scare them to no end. That's interesting. But they want to make you an offer. They do want to make you an offer, but they are afraid of the justice or afraid of what's going to happen. But you must make their vibration raised when they're with you. You must have very good energy, which I can see here. King of Cups, King of Cups. Where's this? I also feel as though when you offer them your love, they're gonna feel as though they can offer you in kind plus. So they can say, okay, well, not only do I care about you, this is how much I care about you. That's what is going to happen. Yeah, see, there's the match. There's a divine match. That's a divine pair. They'll immediately raise you on top of the sun. So there's the Queen of Pentacles. So that's where it starts. That's where everything starts to kind of manifest together, where you're like, oh, this what you've been thinking the whole time has been pretty much on point, on par, and that's when this becomes a very passionate, connected relationship. You basically have two choices, is what I've been getting. You have two paths to go. If you ignore them, or you stay in self-imprisonment. But this is what's kind of happening is they are coming out of that self-imprisonment. This other air sign person that I get is getting out of self-imprisonment with you, and I feel like it's more likely an Aquarius, but that's not always the case. However, I feel like they could be a fire sign too, but I feel as though this person could be a water sign because you see here, I'm at this point where I'm pulling, but I'm pulling basically men. Like, so it's men here trying to meet this water sign, but it could be the water sign could be anybody. But you have the Gemini here at the brand new start or the new opportunity, but I feel as though you are there, but I have you here too. So I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen um, going forward. So this is the Gemini card, just so you know. So I have the Gemini card on this corner and I have the Aquarian card on this corner. So I don't think I was clear about that, just so you have an idea. But I have you guys meeting, like you guys are kind of making yourselves known now. Like you're like saying like wink, wink, yeah, wink. So you guys are bringing it more to the to the forefront. When like if we talked about maybe 2 months ago, it was like hello, hi, new opportunity, nice to meet you. Do you like to make money? Yes, I am a happy person. Yes, you are. I am online looking for people. That's kind of what happened. And when I am online looking for people, this other person they met somebody. And it was like, oh, at work we talked about this. And then you went, I'm in love with you. It was like, wait, what? New opportunity? And that's kind of what sparked this whole, oh, I can match with you. But you got left out in the cold somehow because this person didn't pursue you, even though they secretly really wanted to, and they kind of made it known. And you were like, I'm interested, I'm interested, and it was like almost unfair, like how much you were interested. I think something happened at work where the two of you couldn't connect, or there was a work situation, or where you almost worked together. It's very very interesting how much I feel like this is work. There's an unfairness here, like or something didn't work. It's very 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 intriguing here, Gemini. I'm gonna pull one last card here for you. Um, and this is all random, just so you have an idea. So this is my third tarot deck, and this is like a training deck that I bought. I actually, ironically, I had let my friend borrow this deck, and they're a Gemini. So let's see what comes out of this for us, okay? So I let my friend, and they're a Gemini, I let them borrow this. Actually, I'll give us that card because that's pretty crazy. All right, because this is one of those cards that kept popping here, and I'll show you in just a second where this was popping. So, Page of Swords is an earth sign, or is a Page of Swords is it's basically an earth sign of air. So it's also an air sign. So when you kind of see these swords, it's gonna be it's gonna have the earth here, and it's gonna have the air here. But anyway, we're gonna have it's frivolous, cunning, careless, defensive, incompetent ideas without action, gossip. Exactly what's going on probably with you and this other person. People are gossiping, saying, "Wow, these two are probably into each other. Are they really doing something behind the scenes or not? Because you two must have something like really great chemistry." It's probably what's been going on for a while. Need to balance priorities when making decisions. So probably doing the same thing over and over is becoming habit, like always having the same lunch together or doing the same things, maybe leaving late together. But you enjoy each other's company so much, it's becoming obvious. So I'm going to show you. That's from the universe, right? Um, so what's going on is this came into basically your second, or I'm sorry, your first conduit. So it's this kind of like this happened before you had so much on your mind is kind of what I'm getting. Like the universe is like, hey, before you had a lot on your mind, you were thinking about this. So this person is a really good friend. Like they help you think through so much stuff. So they're kind of a really great friend. So that's why you're like, wow, you can also be a partner. And that's what makes it really amazing is I think if they are older or whatever, and you're connecting to them and they're available, whatever that is, if you have that opportunity to have a very honest adult conversation, you may want to actually think about it. Um, I know it sounds crazy, but in this day and age, if you can't have an adult conversation with somebody, then you probably shouldn't be dating them, Gemini. But I have the feeling that you have positive energy and you just have to pull the trigger. And that's what ends up happening here, just so you have an idea. As you pull the trigger, you offer that cup of love and you say, hey, can I talk to you? But you're very afraid, and that's where the new opportunity happens. But it can go a bunch of ways. That's all. Moving on or whatever. but you don't want to lose them as a friend, and that's what's very noble. Okay.